Hey guys, thanks for joining me for some moments of mindfulness today. So, being mindful is all about noticing what's going on in your brain. What are you focusing on? How are you feeling? That's all it takes to be mindful. All right, we're going to get started, but first let's do our core practice. Now, remember, when we do our core practice, we are focusing on our breath. We're giving our brain a break and we're just focusing on our breath. This helps us move into our prefrontal cortex, or our wise old owl. We're going to do our core practice for just a little bit longer because you guys are getting better at it. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Okay, remember, go ahead and sit up with a straight back so that your lungs can fully expand. Rest your hands in your lap or on your desk comfortably. Go ahead and close your eyes or pick a point on the floor to focus on. When you hear the chime, focus on the sound as long as you can, and then focus on your breathing. If your mind starts to wander, you know what? That's totally normal. When you notice that you're thinking about something else, just go back to focusing on your breath. And do that until you hear the chime again. Are you ready? So how did that go? Did your mind wander? It probably did. When we're practicing our core practice, the idea is not to keep your mind from wandering. It's just to notice when your mind does wander and then go back to your breath. And the cool thing is that the more we practice it, the easier it gets. And being mindful is all about noticing what is going on in our minds. That's it. The more we practice it, the better we get at it. We want to be mindful because we want to notice when our amygdala gets activated. We've talked about ways to deactivate our amygdala, or our security guard, when we don't need it. Sometimes our amygdala gets activated, we feel like we're in danger, and then when we become mindful and we ask ourselves, wait a minute, am I really in danger? When we realize that we're not, we can use our strategies to go ahead and move into our prefrontal cortex. Remember, one of those strategies is to take 3 deep breaths. Today I'm going to teach you about another really cool strategy for moving out of our amygdala and into our prefrontal cortex. And guess what? It involves the hippocampus. That's our scrapbook, remember? That's where all of our memories are stored. So when you find that your amygdala is activated, if you can stop and remember a time that you were happy or a time that something wonderful happened and bring all those details into your mind, that will move you out of your amygdala and into your prefrontal cortex. Go ahead and try that now. Close your eyes or focus on the ground and think of a happy memory. Think of a time that something really great happened. Go ahead and pull up all of those details. You want to know something cool? Just now, you released dopamine, which is a feel-good hormone, into your system. So when our amygdala is activated, we release cortisol, which is a stress hormone. Cortisol is important if we need to run faster or do something quicker than we normally would if we're really in danger. But if we're not really in danger, we don't want cortisol to be pulsing through our system. And an easy way to counteract that is to stop and take 3 breaths or think of a happy memory. Either way, we're releasing dopamine into our system. Isn't that cool? Today, we're going to practice mindful smelling. We've practiced mindful seeing, which is noticing all of the things around you. We've practiced mindful listening, which is paying attention to the sounds around you and deciding which ones are important. And today, we're going to practice mindful smelling. Go ahead and close your eyes and notice what you smell wherever you are. What kind of scents do you notice? And then go ahead and open your eyes. Now, our hippocampus also plays a big part in our memories with regard to smell. We can just walk by a pizza place and smell pizza and our mouths start to water because we know what that tastes like, right? When that happens, we've activated our hippocampus. Now, I want you to go ahead and pick up a pencil or a crayon or anything that you have around. I'm going to pick up this and just smell it. What memories come up when you smell your object? Scent is a really, really powerful thing for activating our memories. And that's really cool because if we want to deactivate our amygdala and move into our prefrontal cortex, we can also use the power of scent. So our sense of smell is also important when we actually are in danger. Can you think of a way that our sense of smell might alert us and might alert our amygdala if there's real danger? How about if we were to smell smoke? Then we would know, uh-oh, there may be a fire, and we can go ahead and take the precautions that we need to take. Okay, so your challenge for the rest of the day is to practice mindful smelling. Notice what scents arise. And does that make you think of something else? Does your hippocampus get activated when you notice certain scents? I want you to pay attention, and that is part of being mindful. Okay, so continue to practice mindful smelling for the rest of the day. But you have another assignment as well. Remember how we brought up a favorite memory of ours so that we could move into our prefrontal cortex and release dopamine into our system? Well, I want you to write about that memory today. If you want to think of another happy memory, that's fine. Go ahead and choose a happy memory, and I want you to write as many details as you can about that memory. And guess what? As you're doing that, you're going to be using your hippocampus or your scrapbook. You're going to be moving into your prefrontal cortex so you're ready to learn, and you'll be releasing dopamine, the feel-good hormone. So that is going to be a great strategy to get you started for the rest of your day. So go ahead and do that now. Write all the details you can about a favorite memory. And anytime you find yourself stressed, anytime you find that your amygdala has activated, you can recall that memory, and just by thinking about it, you will move into your prefrontal cortex. Okay, guys, until next time, I sure hope you lead your best life, find your bliss, and don't forget to pay it forward.